Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchi Imo, and if you're stopping by for the first time, glad to have you here. On this channel I talk about cake business, personal development, I talk about entrepreneurship, do story time and vlogs as well, and you are most welcome. In this video I'll be showing you how to trim a pillow cake, trim and cover a pillow cake to some extent. But the major reason why I'm uploading this video is to teach you a lesson or share a lesson with you. And now that lesson is this: as you watch you get to see, but I'm trying to let you know that as an entrepreneur, things are not always that easy or simple as they look. Like we always say, there's always a backstory to whatever is happening or whatever you are doing as a business owner, especially when it comes to cakes. We have awesome stories. I'm sure that if you hear them you would wonder and you'll be amazed at some of these stories. Now for this, I had this strat cake to make, so I just went the way that I would usually do when it comes to pillow cakes, as I've made them a couple of times, which is to trim a curve to the shape that I desire. But for this one, I realized at the end of the day that there are some things I should have done with this cake. First of all, I can see that it was too tall, yes, for the pillow, and then my carving didn't quite come out right. When I saw that I wasn't getting the other shape that I wanted to get, I decided to go my own way, just freestyle and do a pillow like I've always done. I love to do freestyle, but just like I showed you some seconds before now, you can just get a template that you will place on the cake that would enable you cut the same. But most times I like to work freehand, and I work freehand actually, so I'll just look at it and then cut the shape that I want. So what I figured out for this at the end of the day was that the edges were quite sharp. Yes, the cake was tall, the edges were quite sharp, and then covering in full would have been a better option, or cutting out the excess at the edge would have been a better option. But let me allow you watch and then I would come back. Now what I'm doing at this point is to make my compote, which I would use to fill up the layers so that they don't show through my cake. What I'm doing is to take the crumbs of my fruit cake and squash them up. Then I'll add some buttercream, which is light in consistency, to it, mix them all up together, and then use them to fill in the layers. You can also do it for your round cakes, especially for wedding cakes like this, so that you don't have the layers peeking through. If you don't want the layers peeking through, you do this. And another thing you can do is to make your fondant a little bit thick before covering. So I'll go right ahead to fill. And this turned out to be thick when I started using it, but I just went ahead. Now, if it turns out to be too thick for you, what you can do is to make your buttercream lighter. Please do not add water to the compote. It's going to become a messy mess, if I can say that. It's going to become messy, light, and everything, and you will not like that effect. So what's happening is, because, like I said, it's thick, that's why it's falling off. It's not supposed to fall off. It's supposed to just stay on the body of the cake just as you place it. So you can lighten the consistency of your buttercream and add some more to your cake crumbs, and then go ahead to fill up the seams. Let me continue with my story. I'm showing you this video against my earlier decision not to, Yeah, I said I was not going to upload this video because of the mistakes, but I felt I should do that to show you that we don't always have it all figured out. And when things like this happen, don't beat up yourself too much. What you need to do is to try and calmly figure out how to make it work. You might need to take a break, or you might need to talk to someone to try and make it work. A tip I want to share here is, if you're covering square cakes, please roll in a square shape. It makes it a lot easier for you to achieve that covering or the shape that you want. So don't roll in a round form as if you're covering a round cake. Roll in a square form just like I'm doing, and then you can cover your cake. Another tip is this: when I'm working on fondant cakes like this, I usually dust with a bit of icing sugar before I smoothing, or while I'm smoothing. So I would dust with the icing sugar and smoothing so that I would have a good friction or movement between my smoother and the fondant to give me a clean and perfect finish. So you might want to try that out, but I do it for only white fondant cakes. Only for white fondant cakes. Please look out for my wedding cake tips video coming up later during this week. By God's grace, I should have that up. You can check it out. And if you've been interested in learning how I make my fondants or my buttercream or my cakes, I have online classes for this. I don't have any running currently though at the moment, but just be on the lookout. If you'll be interested, let me know in the comments below, and I will see how to work out something for you all in form of a class. I usually have these online classes from time to time, so please let me know. Do not forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up to support my channel and to help this video gain some visibility. Thank you. Please let me know if you enjoyed my story and if you learned from it, and let me know what you learned in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and to give this video a thumbs up. See you in the next video. Thank you.